He's never experienced a welcome like the one he's had here in Nepal and Kathmandu. And he so nearly has a wicket to his name. It evades the tumbling. I think Baz de Leede is the fielder at mid-wicket who will have felt he might have been able to get a reverse hand at it. Might have just been a fingertip, but instead it burst through for 4.
Yes, a valiant effort by Baz de Leede. The ball running down to mid-wicket for a boundary. Ends the over. 1 gone. Nepal 5 for no loss.
The feet size 16, I think he has. And Bertel goes bang. He sends this crowd into ecstasy. That has gone miles. Nepal in a hurry to chase this down.
Yeah, Bertel getting that up in front and doesn't mix those. Overpitched. A loosener from that. And look at the ball sail over the VVIP area, almost into the road.
I think this is out of the ground, Paresh. We were just up there. There's 3, 4, maybe 5,000 fans, not quite, nearly over the retaining wall. Well, what a way to jolt this crowd into life in the chase. Bertel doesn't want to have a look. He just wants to go boom, boom down the ground. What a strike. Pressure now on young Aryan Dutt. Speared in flatter this time. Is this the way to approach this chase? Go at it in the power play in the first 10?
Yes, that is the way these two openers should go about it. Look at that hit by Kushal Bertel, and good work by the cameraman there. Another hit into mid-wicket region. Yet another maximum into the VVIP area.
Well, well, well. Careful on the roof. Hold on, sir. Oh, well done. The kid wants to keep the ball. You got to throw it back, sir. Oh, what a start to the chase. Euphoria here. Ecstasy in Kathmandu because Bertel, well, he's taking Aryan Dutt to task. He stuck it onto the roof of the changing rooms, nearly up into the VVIP section, the president's box. What a shot it is. The second 6 of the over. And this crowd is reaching fever point, fever pitch already. It's not even 1 o'clock yet, Paresh.
Yeah, Aryan Dutt now changing his angle, coming round the wicket to Bertel.
Guided all the way along the ground this time. 4 more. This chase could end in a hurry because Nepal are off to a flyer and they're saying there's plenty of runs in this wicket and we're going to make a statement today and take down the Dutch coming back from the Super League.
Yeah, this was excellently played by Bertel. Look at his pose, just opening the face of the bat to get the placement right, to get the gap on the offside. 16 runs of the first 4 balls of the second over. And you can hear the chants.
What an extraordinary start. It's completely in contrast to the way Namibia approached their chase, a very similar total. De Leede has a lot of experience here. And this is the Dutch side that's just come from a World Cup, wins over South Africa, Bangladesh. Probably should have won a game or 2 more. They'll have felt the way in which they played, but nothing quite prepares you for the cauldron, the amphitheatre here at the TU. It's a different Nepali side that they're playing from 6 months ago at the qualifier, let alone 3 years ago in the Tri-Series. Developed, they've evolved, they've got better and better. And right now, they are going to take Aryan Dutt and the Dutch to task. This game could be over in a blink of an eye if things don't change quickly. 2 overs have been bowled, it's 26 for none.
World cricket, the two duo put on 60 runs for the opening stand, playing against India in the Asia Cup last year.
This is quite remarkable. This is a formidable Dutch side. They're being torn apart right now. And they look shell-shocked to me, to be frank. And listen to that. The pantomime. Kingma feigns to throw. The crowd say, go on, throw it. It matters not to us.
Actually, Lenny, we cannot hear ourselves here in the commentary box because of the crowd chanting, the roar of the crowd. And look at Burtel. He just steps aside and tells the bowler to have a shot at the subs.
He's a different Nepali side a year on under Desai's tutorship. Dot ball. There's a few shades, Paresh, of a game that you and I commentated on back in the final, the 21st and final triangular series here in Kirtipur. It wasn't the famous one on March 16th that caught the attention of the world. It was the one 3 days prior on March 13th. Papua New Guinea were routed for 95, and Asif Sheikh and Kushal Bertel set about chasing it as quickly as they could. They chased down the 96 in 7.4 overs. It's more of the same. And right now, Bertel and Sheikh are threatening not just to take the 2 points, but take a massive net run rate boost and make a huge statement in the course and the context of this Men's Cricket World Cup League 2.
Yeah, Burtel was out on the first ball in the first game against Namibia. He wants to get on with the game. A pulled shot, back of the length, pulled away in front of square at mid-wicket for a boundary. He's dealing in sixes and boundaries at the moment, Burtel. 28 of 10.
This goes a long way up. Could this be a chance? Square leg goes back. I think it's delayed. And he holds on to the catch to silence the crowd. Just the man you'd want under it. The final round and marvellous fielder Baz Deleda. Bertel, it was short, it was sweet, but Kingma has his say now to finally give the Dutch some relief.
Too little, too many for Burtel, trying to come down and trying to flick that, getting the leading edge, and Baz Deleda, but Deleda very comfortable under the ball. Very experienced campaigner, Baz Deleda. Getting that leading edge. Pin drop, silence in the ground when Burtel got out. Burtel out for 28 of 11. Nepal 36-4.
He shouldn't have done that, but if it had sailed for 6, we'd have been praising it. Here comes Klein on debut for his first ball. The Dutch are going to go back to their strength. One of the challenges we were talking about in the first innings, the lack of left-handed batters in the Dutch lineup in these conditions brings the left-hand spinners into the game in a big way for the opposition. But also, their strength is very much in their pace bowling, and thus far in the series, the conditions have hugely favoured the spinners.
Yeah, that is what happened in the first innings. Lalit Rajbangshi taking 2 wickets, and the rest spinner, Kushal Burtel, taking 4. Nicely bowled, back of the length, ball swinging away from the right-hander. A bit of a relief for the spectators as well when Kushal Burtel came down the track, tried to heave that over mid-wicket for yet another 6, but got a leading edge.
The approach from here is going to fascinate me, because we've spoken at length in that first innings about just how deep Nepal's batting is today. They bat all the way to 10. It'll almost certainly be Sampal Kami down at number 10. And this goes up into the sky. Man out of deep square leg. Can't hold on! He got a hand on it, but Deleda, all he could do was parry it over the rope and cannon into the advertising hoardings. He's okay, but the end result is 6 runs.
That never looked like it came off the mid of the bat, but valiant effort by Baz Deleda. Got a hand to it, but crashes down to the advertising hoarding. Hopefully he's all right. Hope there's no damage done to him. Excellent effort in the deep by Deleda, but resulting in 6 for Asif Sheikh. The score moves to 42 and the required runs under 100.
It certainly wasn't out of the middle, I agree with you. It was almost a flick rather than a wholehearted pull shot. And of all the people, if you're the Netherlands, you want under this ball, it's Deleda. He did everything right. Look at the ground he made up, running to his left. He got a decent hand to it, but, well, I'm just glad he's all right. Luckily, those advertising hoardings are soft. They're sort of canvas, so hard to be hurt by them. Ground staff are out, putting them back up right now. That's short and too short. Every run, even the extras, will be cheered by the home crowd here.
Yes, aggression shown by Klein there, getting hit for a 6. Basteleda is all right. He's okay. He's just smiling around. It's good news for Netherlands. He will definitely come into play with his medium paces. In the meanwhile, 43 for 1, Nepal in the 4th over, chasing just 137.
Yeah, he's a special cricketer, isn't he? Basteleda, the ICC Associate Cricketer of the Year last year. Just 24 years of age still. Remarkable to think that he's been around so long. He's a brilliant fielder, a very impressive bowler. He can touch up to 90 miles an hour, and a top order batter. And that qualifying match against Scotland, we talk about the great ODI performances of all time. I don't mean associate only, I mean full member or associate. His performance in July, let's get angled down the leg side. Well, for me, one of the best of all time. A century and a 5-wicket haul as the Dutch took that final qualification spot from Scotland. Clearly angling down. End of the 4th over. It is 43 for 1.
Getting his line wrong. It's Anil Shah on strike. Talking about Anil Shah, Lenny, he scored the fastest 50 for a Nepali batsman in an ODI in the Canada series, and scored 100 as well.
Yeah, really forced his way in. Now there's one of the players not playing today. That's Oliver Ellenbass. Picked up into the leg side. Sa joins the party. 6 into the crowd. Juggled. I'm not sure it's caught. There's a body flying, trying to catch it. The 50's up. What a way to get off the mark from Anil Shah.
Beautiful pickup shot by Anil Shah onto his pads. Clipped it away. He didn't try to hit it too hard. Just timed it to perfection.
If you're wondering the kind of welcome you get here in Nepal, Ellenbass walking around the boundary, you think of England, Australia, you think, oh God, you might get a bit of abuse from the crowd. Not here in Kathmandu. Helped around the corner, not going to have the pace to beat the man at short fine. The greetings, I could just about understand. It was in English to Ellenbass. Hello, handsome man, was some of the fans. That's what they were saying. Very friendly crowd here, a knowledgeable cricket crowd too.
Yeah, we all Nepalese are very gentle and towards our visitors, Netherlands visitors in this country.
The hospitality here is extraordinary. The kindness and the respect you get from people everywhere. Lovely to see. Much better line this time from Kingma. He's a natural away swing bowler, isn't he? He strays onto the pads. His wrist gets just behind the ball to the right-hander. It's easy to put it away. But yeah, the excitement of having the Dutch back in Kathmandu. There's a wonderful shared spirit between all the associate countries. 96 associate teams, and it was the Dutch that flew the associate flag. What an achievement it was to even get to that World Cup. 3 full members missed out. No Ireland, no Zimbabwe, no West Indies for the first time. And this one is pulled away along the ground. Outfield quick, and it's going to go for 4. Asif Sheikh not getting it out of the middle, but good enough.
Yes, he pulled it from outside the off stump. It's a good thing that he didn't try to hit it in the air. He just pulled the ball back into the ground, getting that vacant area, getting the placement right in front of square on the leg side for a boundary. Pulled it from outside the off stump. Well, Nepal just moving along very nicely here. Credit goes to Kushal Bhurtel, the way he gave the start to Nepal. 28 of 11.
When you talk about the impact of a performance on a team, there will have been a bit of fear around the country and the city here in Kathmandu and in Nepal about, well, hold on, we've just been hammered, really beaten out of sight by Namibia. Does this mean we're not a good side anymore? And the natural reaction, such as the scale of the passion, is maybe to panic a little. The people who didn't panic were the key men. Monty Desai, Rohit Paudel, the captain and coach, he said one bad performance does not make us a bad team. When you talk about bounce back ability, look at this today. Flicked and put down. Oh, Noah Kroos, the reserve keeper, he's in the outfield today. He's just dropped Asif Sheikh. That should have been the second for Kingma. Instead, it's grassed, and it's the end of the fifth, 56 for 1. Moment like that, a drop chance that really probably should have been taken.
Shy of the stumps, but way outside. And look at the crowd chant there. Knowledgeable crowd. They want the Netherlands fielders. That is what we saw, a drop catch because of the crowd. Yeah, it has been a big factor. The crowd, they've been backing up the Nepali side for a long time now.
I don't think the Dutch have managed the occasion particularly well so far. There's plenty in the squad who will have an experience from that try series. Vivian Kingma was here, Baz de Leede was here, Aryan Dutt was here, Vikramjit Singh too, but obviously it's just a moment, it's a drop, it's in and out, but then the frustration from Klein that follows that up. We saw the batting quite often let the crowd get on top of them. You're not playing against 11 here, you're playing against 12. And the 12 is the 20,000 that are up on the grass banks. Sheikh doesn't get it out of the middle. And he's fortunate to see it land safely just to the right of Aryan Dutt. They'll pick up a couple.
Yeah, the ball slightly coming in the air, getting the inner part of the bat. Asif Sheikh was lucky where the ball landed in the no man's land area. Mid-on in pursuit. Aryan Dutt. Couple of runs for Asif Sheikh. I think the message from the dressing room from Monty Desai, the head coach, is clear. If the ball is there to hit, just go for it. Almost a cotton ball.
Yeah, Deleida's inning one, that sort of announced him to the world. That superb knock of 81 off 42 is Dutch chased down 206 in the T20I here with 3 balls to spare. And there's plenty of that travelling squad that are also in this squad, but it's a very different team. There's no Peter Seeler anymore, the former captain, he's retired. No Philippe Boissevin for the moment, the young leg spinner. Sebastian Bratt, Ben Cooper has also taken his retirement. Julian Demey not in the mix now. Scott Edwards, Aryan Dutt, Vivian Kingma, Max O'Dowd, Vikramjit Singh, all here. Tony Stahl not in the reckoning anymore. Tobias Visay's, I think, retired as well, and Paul van Meekeren's back home. I wish him well with the birth of his first child, him and his partner. So there's 5 people who have experience here, and in a lot of this squad we're down in India with huge crowds. It's going to be more runs, and it's going to be 4 of them. Nicely hit behind square.
Yes, that was clipped off his hips nicely in the vacant area behind square on the leg side. 6 runs off the over.
That award is the Men's Associate Player of the Year from the ICC, and you can't argue with that award. Something he absolutely deserved. Really, the Dutch were the standouts of the year. Yes, there was great moments for Nepal. Moment in the sun beating Ireland for the first time in an ODI down at the Cricket World Cup qualifier. But the Dutch, that win over the West Indies at the Takashinga. I know you were watching it in Zimbabwe. Smoked, high, handsome, 6 more. Anil Shah gets his second maximum.
Anil Shah, this shot was very interesting. He pulled it on the front foot in front of square. Those kind of shots are very hard to hit. Just his weight going to the back foot, hit it in front of square into mid-wicket region for a 6. Talking about Bastaleda, he is the best all-rounder I've seen in Associate Nation. Another pull shot, ball rolling towards the boundary. Back-to-back maximum and for Anil Shah.
You know, right now, this is a runaway train that Nepal are on, and it's not stopping. It's not going to stop in Kathmandu, it won't stop in Pokhara, Biratnagar, Barnawa, Birgunj. There's nowhere this train's going to stop. It's going all the way to victory unless something changes very quickly. This crowd are going to love every single run that's clocked up in this chase of 138. As the Dutch are being blitzed away. It's a blitzkrieg, it's a bounce back of quite phenomenal proportions. Did you see this coming today? The Dutch heavy favourites coming back from the World Cup Super League.
Yeah, I think in the Cricket World Cup last year, when Nepal batted first in Zimbabwe, the Netherlands won the game against Nepal. I think Nepal is returning the favour today.
It's an elegant stroke, isn't it? Holds the pose, a nice high elbow. Yes, it's in the air, but it's well to the right of the mid-off fielder. Shah putting on another clinic himself here, 21 off 9.
Yeah, this is played on the up. Look at that drive. Look at that elbow high, like you said, Lenny. A perfect straight drive. Anil Shah is an opener. He came at number 3, replacing Kushal Purtel. Beautiful drive.
Good stop. Inside out over extra, should land safely. Again, not out of the middle. Plenty of adventure from Nepal's batters. They're happy to take on the aerial options.
Yes, it's still inside 10 overs, the first power play. Only 2 fielders allowed outside the 30-yard circle. That was an effective shot playing inside out into covers for 2 runs. Taking the ball aerially by Asif Sheikh. They're talking about Anil Shah. He wants to cement the place on the national side. Flicked away again into the vacant area. Yet another boundary for Asif Sheikh. What an elegant looking shot that was.
This game's ending in a heartbeat, Paresh. It'll all be over in 5 or 6 overs if Nepal keep going the way they're going. This is a statement win. This is not a victory of taking their time and nudging past the side dropping back down from the Super League. This is welcoming the Netherlands to the new Cricket World Cup League-2. Nepal are not here to take part right now, they're here to take over. And the runs are flying around the ground. Cannot remember a side looking more shell-shocked than the Dutch right now. I do not think they saw this coming in a month of Sundays.
Yeah, Netherlands coming down from the Super League, playing the World Cup last year, beating top teams like South Africa and Bangladesh. Like you said, Lenny, they could have won 1 or 2 matches more in the World Cup. And just a welcome by Nepal. Short ball, sharp one by Klein. 2 bounces for the over, signalling by the umpire.
That means Anil Shah knows this next one's going to be full. Would not be in any way surprised if he gets on the front foot and throws his hands at it, whether it's on the off with the leg side. Well, they might not get a full day's entertainment. They won't mind a jot about that. Muriel after the loss 2 days ago. Good back of a length delivery for Klein to finish out a 7-run over. It's the complete opposite atmosphere today as Nepal are in cruise control. 83 for 1.
Double Majja Pack. Pound Horse Double Data.
Oh, how's that missed? A little change of pace. I think it was a cutter from Baz Deleda, maybe just starting to adjust to the conditions. The off stump easily could have been dislodged there. With a good line from pragmatism and not wanting to drop Crucial Bertel. There can be emotional reactions. This is nicely worked into the leg side, very well timed. Should pick up a couple. Depender was saying we think we've got the best 15 men here, and the big thing he was talking about was trying to expand that depth, that A series that will, I think, start tomorrow against Canada across at the Mulpani cricket ground. Give opportunities to those on the fringes to make their case to get into the team, but if the team can play like they are today, it's going to be a tough team to get into. You think of all the performances through the last Cricket World Cup League-2, particularly those 11 wins from 12, because that's the Monty Desai era. This may be the most impressive of all of those games.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of impressive games in the last cycle as well. You talked about PNG against Nepal when PNG was bundled out for 96, and the way the openers came out and scored the target in just 7-point-something overs. Nicely driven away. Beautiful cover drive by Anil Shah.
Oh, well, if you're at home and you're watching on, you want to become a top order batter, take a look at this. This is languid, this is stylish. And look at the placement too. That extra cover fielder is trying to close off that angle. He doesn't want to get beaten to his right. Shah makes that lovely shape with a high elbow. Picked the length nicely. One of the shots of the day for me. Beautifully played by a man who has just forced his way into this squad, into this team. Weight of runs, 50, 100, now 27 off 15. Off the toe this time. 9 have been bowled. Nepal are going at 10 and over. It's 90 for 1. Nepal done in terms of analysis on the Netherlands. I know this game might be gone for the Dutch, but Ahmed with his leg spin will be a real asset. When I say leg spin, it's not really leg spin because he bowls almost entirely googlies. His stock delivery will tend to be the googly. Probably bowl 4 if not 5 per over. Nepal know that coming in. He immediately googly straight away out of the back of the hand. Sure, Sirakodi, the team analyst, has done that work, but that's the googly, so it is wrist spin. It's a wrist spinner's action. The vast majority, 4, 5, sometimes even 6 balls and over, will turn into the right-hander. Well, it doesn't matter which way it's turning if you can drive it along the ground like that. Very elegantly and stylishly done by Asif Sheikh. 4 more.
The length was incorrect by Ahmad. It was overpitched and Asif Sheikh did the rest, get the gap. Down to extra cover for a boundary. Overpitched delivery, open his face to get the gap, the placement right. And yet another boundary for Asif Sheikh. Another googly bowled by Ahmad. This time around it was a bit short, back of the length. Asif Sheikh well dealt it. You can see the spectators enjoying themselves under the sun in the cold winter weather.
Oh, it's spring now, Paresh. It's not winter anymore. Spring is in the air. There's a feeling of party time, good times back. Full toss, smashed away. And that's going to be, I think, just 1 or 2 bounces and 4 more. Well, this is not a beating, this is a drubbing that Nepal are giving to the Netherlands. A big juicy full toss, and Sheikh says thank you very much.
Yeah, he didn't try to hit it too hard. Seeing the full toss, he just timed, got the placement right over the 30-yard circle and the offside, down to covers for a boundary. Asif Sheikh dealing in boundaries. Ahmed under pressure.
Nicely played by Sheikh, just a single this time. One ball left, Nepal still going at 10 and over. Did you see this coming this morning? Be honest with me, Paresh, for once, please.
No, I didn't see this coming before the toss was done. After the toss was done, I thought that Nepal would do well with the new ball that they did. Sompal Kame in the start, getting the wicket in the first over. Googly again, flicked it by Anil Shah down to square leg for a single at the end of the first 10 overs.
But start the bus, start the tuk-tuk, start whatever mode of transportation you have, because this game is all but over. 38 to win. Shah, Sheikh and Bertel have smashed it to all parts. And Aryan Dutt has a change of ends. His first over went for 21. And this game, well, it's not just going to be a defeat, Paresh, it's going to be a real hammering. What has gone wrong for the Netherlands today, apart from the toss? Take the toss out of it for a moment.
It's all started when batting. They were very reluctant to play the shots, apart from Sybrand and Bastelida and Edwards. None of the batters played the shots. They were very tentative in the middle, batting first in a very difficult conditions. I think that is where it went wrong for the Netherlands. And credit goes to the Nepali bowlers, the way they bowled, the way they kept pressure to the Netherlands batters. Even Wesley Baresi, he was sent down the order at number 7. He couldn't do much.
And he's a man who's known to play spin well. Scott Edwards, a man to know play spin well. Scott Edwards does play spin well too. He went nicely, but when he was dismissed by Kushal Bertel, that was really the last hope. Engelbrecht's taken a blow now to the wrist. The last thing the Dutch need is another injury. No Teja Nidamanoru today. Remember, he had a bit of a niggle. Roelof van der Merwe will come back into the team for the next game. Right now, there are certainly more questions than answers for the Netherlands.
Yes, Van der Merwe, the most experienced guy for Netherlands, is playing the finals of the ILT20 in Dubai today evening. He will definitely be available for the next game for Netherlands. Talking about Anil Shah and Asif Sheikh, both they have crossed the 50-run partnership for the second wicket. Just clipped it in front, one bounce, two bounces over the fence. This is an incredible shot by Anil Shah, timed it to perfection. What a hit by Anil Shah. Just help it over the bowler's head, down to long on, two bounces over the fence.
Well, it's been an absolute hammering, this, it has to be said. You don't see too many ODIs end 15 overs or less of the chase. That's what it's on track for here. There's been a bit of maturity too to the way in which Shah in particular is.
Canada in the bilateral series which preceded this tournament, and yet again another game, 100. He wants to cement his place in the side, the national squad. 25-year-old. Googly again, but the line was wrong, looking for two. Easily completed, a misfield down in the deep by Bastelida. The grade of the games can have that problem when you are under Scots.
It's the pressure, Paresh. That's what this is. If there's no people on those grass banks, none in the crowd, Deleda picks this up, well, 95, 98 times out of 100. This time, there was 15,000 standing behind him, and they forced the fumble. Big appeal. But no interest from square leg. Durga Subedi says not out. Remember, no third umpire in these pathway events, so can't go upstairs.
Yes, very quick glove work by Scott Edwards. I think Asif Sheikh was behind the crease in that occasion. Quick glove work by Scott Edwards. Yeah, the problem for the Netherlands in the first innings while batting, a lot of their batsmen played off the back foot rather than coming to the front foot and playing the shots. That is why I think it was a downfall for them. Scott Edwards getting trapped right in front of the bowling of Kushal Bhurtel.
You talk about the next step for any of these leading associate sides. It's obviously, Paris Khadka, the Secretary of CAN, has openly stated that they want to push towards full member status in years to come. The United States of America has that within their strategic plan. Scotland have openly spoken about wanting full membership. The last two to ascend to that Test nation level, Ireland and Afghanistan, they did it together. It made a lot of sense. The reason why they did it together, they had dominated associate cricket for the best part of a decade. Ireland probably 10-12 years from 2005 onwards, one of the best one or two associate sides. Then Afghanistan came along, started nipping at their heels. They almost spurred each other on. You don't just want to win this league or maybe take a top four finish. You want to make statements. You want to say it's time for us to start playing the big nations more and more often. It's time for us to start talking about getting to the top table. Performances like this are going to turn a few heads. Nepal, sensational today, 112 for one. That was Nepal's overs thus far. And they're going to keep growing into the sky because Anil Shah has deposited one straight into that Nepali Cricket Supporters Society section. 6 more, what a shot. Shah thinking of 50 now.
Yeah, that was a beautiful pickup shot by Anil Shah. It was overpitched. Hit it down to long on for a massive 6. It's just a repeat of those what Kushal Bhurtel did against Dutt. This is not hammering, Lenny, this is thumping.
There's a fluency there to Anil Shah's batting. Everyone who knows Nepali cricket has always known this young man as a potential. Look at the way he's playing now, with confidence, with freedom, with an ever-growing brilliance. Forget about the last game against Canada. He went 50, 100. He might be about to go 50 more.
Yes, this was another good pickup shot by Anil Shah. It was not that short to pull. He just transferred his weight to the back foot, pulled it away in front of square on the mid-wicket region for a boundary. 6 and a 4 in this over.
Strokes like that I like. He's recognised, maybe late, and it's not there to hit it. I know he wants to get to 50 with 4 or 6, but he's picked the deliveries he's gone at cleverly. And I think right now Scott Edwards, you can see him there. Well, he looks almost punch drunk. He doesn't know where to look. They're spot on. This is a hammering Paresh. And Shah is going to go to 50 in real style. It's dropped in the crowd. That doesn't matter a bit. Anil Shah has had a week to remember. He's made the fastest 50 of all time against Canada. He's made his maiden international century. Now he goes to 50 more. There's a new batting star in town. It's this man, Anil Shah.
Yes, that is what we were talking about. He wants to cement his place in the national side. 52 of just 29 deliveries. 6-4.6 in this over. Arjun Dutt going down to the cleaners in this game by Kushal Bhurtel and Anil Shah.
We've almost got time for a T20 international this afternoon. It's only 1:35. Here's the moment getting to 50. 29 deliveries, faced 9 boundaries. And put down in the crowd. Well, that should have been held. Who's that out there? How's he dropped that? It was a dolly, sir. Back live now, an inside edge, a little bit of fortune, but this game is all but done and dusted. Maybe the only question, who's going to hit the winning runs? End of that over.
Trying to sweep that. Asif Sheikh, he would like to get to his 50 as well. 46 of 38, whereas Anil Shah, 52 of 31. Kushal Patel in the beginning of the innings, 28 of 11. He gave the momentum to the batter. It's Max O'Dowd, the new bowling change for Netherlands. It's a mandatory concussion check because Asif Sheikh was hit on the helmet while trying to sweep the ball.
There's Vikram Naponi. Here he comes. Yeah, they're sort of similar to Kushal Bertel. Today, single leg breaks. Just the grill. Well, they want it ended, and they want it ended now. They're chanting Asif, Asif. The crowd just want a little bit more jubilation to round out what has been, well, the most super of Saturdays for them. They've loved every second of this. There have been a few nervous minds coming today, but the nerves have been elated and disappeared as Sheikh gets back for a second. Good awareness gets him to within 2 of 50.
Yes, good awareness and good running between the wickets. Good call by Anil Shah. He was going to the non-danger area, well aware of the Anil Shah wanted to take a single there. They are well aware of the situation, and you can see the crowd on the branches there.
Into those leg breaks pretty nicely. Max O'Dowd, just 2 runs coming from that over. Sheikh will have to wait. It's 8 to win, 134.
Just 8 more remaining. Anil Shah on strike. Will he get 2 boundaries and finish it off, or will he give the strike to Asif Sheikh to go to his half century?
Joy tipping over, Klein 2. This one's chipped in the air, and I'm just going to run the single to give Sheikh the chance to get to that 50.
It's not only the visiting team they should manage the occasion, but it's also the home team to manage the occasion, to manage the whole crowd, the 12th man of Nepal. Not only the visiting team, but the home team, they should manage the crowd, and that is what Nepal did rightly in the first innings.
You're spot on. Use that to your advantage. Play to them, and that's what Nepal have done really well today. Pull shot, rush for pace a little, comes off the top edge, but he's going to get enough to get to 50. He'll pick up a couple, and the crowd will rise to one of their heroes. Asif Sheikh moves to an 11th one-day international 50. It's come off 43 deliveries, and it's maybe not been quite as quick as Saz, but equally as impactful. 7 4s and 1 6.
Yes, 11th ODI 50 for Asif Sheikh, along with 100. And Anil Shah 53 of 34, Asif 50 of 43. A good partnership this between these two. Only 5 required now for a victory.
And now the question becomes, who wants to do the JJ Smith? Who wants to finish it with 6? It's 5 to win. I suspect Sheikh might leave it to Saad to finish in style in the next over. Hooked away. And hooked away for 4. The scores are level. Maybe Sheikh will hit the winning runs himself. This has been thoroughly impressive, hugely professional, and what a bounce back from Nepal.
Yes, it has been a very good bounce back. The first game they lost to Namibia by 4 wickets. That was a thumping win by Namibia against Nepal. Now Nepal getting a thumping win against Netherlands. The scores are level now. Last ball remaining in this over. What will Klein do? Will he bowl a bouncer? Will he bowl a slower ball? Will Asif Sheikh finish it off with a big 6, with a 4, or will take a single?
I'll leave it over to you, Anil Shah. He'll say, do it in style, my friend. 15 ball, 137 for 1. Will he look for a 4 or a 6 down the ground? Fans loving every second of this. And that's the way to finish it. It's going to be just a bounce or two across the rope. It's 4 more. Every man, woman and child on their feet at the TU. And Anil Shah says thank you to them, because Nepal, well, they have come back from a disappointing start to the series, to the new cycle of Cricket World Cup League-2, a defeat to Namibia 2 days ago. They've turned it all around, and I cannot remember a more convincing turnaround. Nepal win by 9 wickets. They move top of the table with a massive net run rate boost. The Netherlands beaten out of sight today.
Yes, they have been surely beaten outside. A thumping victory for Nepal with 9 wickets against the Netherlands, who just came out playing the World Cup last year. First time playing the ICC Men's Cricket World Cup League-2. The Netherlands, the first game, they've been thumped by Nepal by 9 wickets. 141 for 1, chasing just 137. Nepal.
Yeah, quite sensational. The flying start from Bertel, and then really impressive performance, I have to say. That man Rohit Paul, well, he almost imitated Gerard Erasmus. Kushal Bertel's 4 wickets and 28 with the bat will have him in the equation for the man of the match performance. I thought Rajbanshi was excellent again. And what about that man Monty Desai? I'm not sure the words that he had for his team, but him and his support staff have turned it all around. And for the Dutch, well, it's back to the drawing board in a big way after just 1 game.
Yes, they have to work hard in the remaining games. They are playing Namibia in 2 days' time. You can see the Tiger, the Kushal Bertel, who took 4 wickets, bowling first and scored 28 of 11. This is the winning run by Anil Shah over extra cover for a boundary. Beautiful shot, leaning to the drive, playing in the air over the infield. A thumping victory over Netherlands by Nepal. You can see in the screen, head coach Monty Desai, that is what he always does. Goes in to the curator and thanks him for giving him a good wicket to play the game. And you can see the crowd, and they're slowly and steadily leaving the grass banks.
Well, they've got an afternoon off to go and celebrate, don't they? There'll be a hot lemon, ginger and honey. There'll be maybe just a celebratory beer or 2, or maybe a whiskey, whatever it is. It's a day off, and days don't get much better than this for the home crowd and for the 31 million here in Nepal, the millions that we've had messages from in Australia, in America. They absolutely adore this national team. They are lifting the shoulder up there.
To cleaners, this was a very good attempt by Bas, the leader. Yet another 6 for Anil Shah. He opened his account with a 6. Anil Shah. Short ball pulled away by Asif Sheikh for a boundary. It was the mindset that Nepali batters came out with, a positive mindset to score runs, to win this game as quick as possible, to improve their net run rate. That is what the batters did. The 3 batters that they played, Kushal Bertel, 28 of 11, and then continued by Asif Sheikh and Anil Shah. 100-run partnership between these 2. That was elegantly played off his hips by Asif Sheikh. A beautiful cover drive by Anil Shah down to covers. And this, another one all along the ground by Asif Sheikh. This one, the winning run for Nepal. And played it straight. 1 bounce, 2 bounces over the fence. This was a very big hit to bring out his half century, Anil Shah. Another boundary. And then another 6 by Anil Shah to bring his 50 in just 30-odd balls. 29 balls to be precise. Then pulled shot by Asif Sheikh. This was the winning run by play a game here at the TU International Cricket Ground, thanking the supporters, thanking the cricket lovers, thanking the fans Kushal Buldal, the man for the moment, 4 wickets and 28 blistering runs while chasing, and Asif Sheikh in the background, Ali Shah, the 2 50 makers today. We will take a short break.